A member of Occupy Columbus's legal team, Justin Poland. Justin, you want to come on up?
Thank you. Wow, that was really beautiful. Well, give it up. I'm sure, like all of you, need maybe another second just to get myself back together. I'm a member of Occupy Columbus, and I just want to thank everybody for coming out here today. I think this is really amazing, and this is what we need. Thank you, sir. Sir Isaac Newton famously said, "If I have seen further, it's only by standing on the shoulders of giants." For generations in this country, men and women worked in factories and in offices, for cities and in schools, to move this country forward with little pay, unsafe working conditions, and with no promise of any protection if they were hurt. For years, it was a race to the bottom in coal mines and auto plants and steel factories. Then, people together realized that through combining their voices, by standing together, they could fight for all the things we now take for granted. If you have health insurance through your employer, you can thank a union. If you enjoy weekends, thank a union. If your workplace is safe and is maintained at a high standard, you can thank a union. If you make a living wage, you can thank a union. If you had a teacher to help you in school, you can thank a union. If you ever needed a fire put out or a burglar caught, you can thank a union. All these things and many more were fought for by union members throughout history, and they are still fighting for us today. We are all standing on the shoulders of giants who gave their time, who sacrificed so much, who made the ultimate sacrifice, who gave their lives in the hopes that their children and their children's children would have a voice, would be protected, and would be heard. Those things that union members fought so hard for sent shockwaves through the fabric of this nation. And even now, even if you are not and have never been a member of a union, you can see and feel that reverberation every time you go to work. When unions fight for higher wages, we all see higher wages. When unions fight for safer working conditions, we all go to work in a safer place. It was through this struggle and hard work that these things were accomplished. It wasn't easy. It certainly wasn't quiet. But unions fought and won on these issues and on many more. Union members are students, they're teachers, they're painters, they're soldiers and construction workers, they're custodians and cooks, they're counselors and doctors. They come from all walks of life, have different backgrounds and beliefs and stories to tell. They come from different places, have different faces, and represent different races. They're businessmen, they're bridge makers and pipe benders, they're nurses, they're firefighters, they're teachers, they're paramedics, they're police officers. A promise was made to us over 200 years ago, and that's a promise that we still make today to our children, and we hope that they'll be able to make to theirs, that our voice is important. That if we speak and participate in a system, we will be heard. That promise is being threatened by the people who occupy this building that we bought and paid for right now. Those who would confuse us and use us, those in boardrooms and brokerage firms, those in the State House and in White Houses, those in the Capitol and those in City Hall. Almost 7 months ago, those whom were sent to work for us and by us tried to take a part of our voice away once again. You see, they're not stupid. They know that freedoms are not easily taken in large masses, but in small ones, bit by bit. Until one day, we wake up and we hear a resounding silence. This time, however, people stood up. I was here when people took to the State House en masse. I was here when we said, not this time. People have the right to organize. They have the right to protect themselves collectively and to watch out for one another, and ultimately that's what this is about. So we stood up, we shouted loud from rooftops all over this state, and we were heard. Ordinary people from all walks of life saw their voices being silenced once again and came together under one flag and said, we will be heard. We will be heard. And now, because of that effort, on November 8th, people from all over this state and all over this great nation will be listening to us. I want to thank you. I want to thank the unions for what they did to get this on the ballot. Thank you. That's why we occupy, to be heard. We occupy to be heard in the only way we now know how, to come together in one place and unite our voices together under one flag, under one chant, one song. We are the 99%. You see, we share the same struggle, the occupiers and those threatened by Senate Bill 5. We both want the right to come together and say things in a unified voice, to collectively bargain, to collectively petition our government for grievances. Though we are all different, we all understand the importance of organizing under a common cause. We are teachers. We are office workers. We are nurses. We are custodians. We are firemen. We are paramedics. We are Columbus police officers. We are state troopers. We are the 99%. Today and tomorrow, we are standing together. We are saying the same thing. We will no longer idly stand by and watch as these people slowly silence us. I, for one, will not be silent anymore. I will not be silent anymore. Not today, not tomorrow, not on November 8th, not in December, not ever again. That's why I will be voting next Tuesday against issue 2. That's why I'm proud to stand here today with union members. That's why I'm an occupier, and that's why I'm here today. Thank you very much.